Welcome back, everybody. Ready to dive into another fascinating piece of history?
Always.
You'll strap in, because today we're going on a treasure hunt. A historical treasure hunt, that is.
Sounds intriguing. Where are we headed?
We're off to Japan, the land of the rising sun. Specifically, we're on the trail of a legendary sword, the Honjo Masamune.
Ah, yes. The Honjo Masamune. A real head-scratcher of a mystery. It just vanished. Poof. Gone.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to try and unpack today. But, like any good detective story, we got to start at the beginning.
Lay the groundwork, sure.
So, picture this. Japan, around the year 1300, the Mongols are breathing down their necks, threatening invasion. And in this crucible of conflict, a master swordsmith named Gorō Nyūdō Masamune emerges.
A legend in his own right. His swords were in a class by themselves.
Absolutely. And his most famous creation, you guessed it, the Honjo Masamune. But what made this particular sword so special? What set it apart?
Well, for starters, the way it was made. Masamune was a pioneer. He used this incredible technique, folding high-carbon steel over and over and over again, thousands of times. Something like 30,000 times, if you can believe it.
Whoa, 30,000 times. That's insane. I can't even fold a fitted sheet properly. But seriously, what did all that folding achieve?
Think about it. Each fold purifies the steel, removes impurities, creates these incredibly fine layers, and the result, a blade that's not just strong, but also flexible. It's a work of art and a weapon of war, the perfect marriage of form and function. You know, they say you could bend the tip of a Masamune sword almost 90 degrees and it would spring right back.
Wow, so it could really stand up to the rigors of battle, especially against the Mongols. Their armor was notoriously tough.
Oh, absolutely. The Honjo Masamune, with its wider blade and that amazingly hardened edge, could pierce right through. But it gets even more interesting.
Okay, play it on me.
See, the Honjo Masamune became much more than just a weapon. It was a symbol of power, authority, even a divine will. Some legends even claimed it could tell good from evil.
Wait, seriously? The sword could judge a person's character?
Well, that's the legend. It speaks to the deep reverence that the Japanese, particularly the samurai, had for their swords. They saw them as extensions of their own souls. And the Honjo Masamune, the masterpiece, was practically a religious artifact. It was passed down through generations of shoguns, the military rulers of Japan. Can you imagine the weight of history that thing carried?
It must have been incredible to behold. So much power concentrated in a single object. But then it just vanishes like a ghost. And this is where our story really takes a turn, right? Because the Honjo Masamune is lost to history, gone.
Poof. The last concrete record we have is from 1946. A U.S. sergeant stationed in Japan after World War II apparently took possession of the sword.
Okay, so what happened next? Did he walk off with it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There's a theory that the Allies were trying to disarm Japan, wipe out any symbols of militarism, and this sergeant may have even had orders to destroy it. Can you imagine? A priceless piece of history, gone forever?
It's heartbreaking. But there's another possibility, right? What if the sergeant recognized the sword's importance?
Right. Maybe he couldn't bring himself to destroy it. He knew it was a treasure. And maybe, just maybe, he brought it back to America, tucked it away somewhere safe.
So there's a chance, however slim, that this legendary blade is sitting in someone's attic or a basement, completely forgotten.
It's a tantalizing thought. And if it ever did resurface, imagine the frenzy. Collectors would go wild. Museums would be clamoring to get their hands on it. It would be a global sensation. This sword, crafted in a time of war, lost in the aftermath of another, could be a symbol of so much.
It really is a story for the ages, isn't it? This sword, forged with incredible skill, steeped in history, imbued with an almost spiritual significance, lost but not forgotten. And who knows, maybe someday it'll reappear and rewrite history once more.
It's a reminder that the past is never truly past. Sometimes it just hides, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself.
And if it does, well, we'll be here to tell you all about it. So keep your eyes peeled, folks. Maybe you'll be the one to stumble upon this lost legend.
Wouldn't that be something?
Until next time, happy hunting.